Welcome back, Mr. Sisters. Today we are talking about skincare finally. The winter has been long and the winter has been whooping my skin's ass. So I had to update my winter routine. Not update my winter routine, but really lock in on my winter routine because I already am prone to dehydrated, dry skin. And when it's cold outside, the weather outside is frightful. I have to really lock in on what I'm doing. And so I'm here to share it with you. And if you follow me on TikTok, everybody's always asking, oh, what's your skincare routine? What's your skincare routine? I want to preface this video by saying a lot of my skincare or a lot of my skin, the way it looks, is genetic. I don't get a lot of pimples. I do get pimples and blemishes only around my period. But as far as having had to heal my skin, I don't have to do a lot of that. So let's just be clear on those things. Let's get into it. So step one, I wash my face. I wash my face. I know people in real life who don't wash their face every day. You have to wash your face every day. Like, it's not an option. it's real. You have to put that soap to that ass, you know what I'm saying? In multiple ways, more than one body part. I wash my face daily. Here's the thing though, I do not wash my face in the morning. I wash my face at night. I do all my skincare at night. If I need a little extra moisture in the morning, I'll put on extra moisture. But for the most part, I do everything right before I go to bed. The face wash that I use is a newest face wash. It's in the green bottle. I'm gonna insert a clip here. When I tell you all of their products, all of their newer products, I am obsessed with. Like, they work so good. Even if I'm slacking on my skincare a little bit, when I use the Anua system, it's A-N-U-A, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Anua. When I use the Anua system, it's unmatched. You can't beat it. It makes it look like I've been doing my skincare every day, twice a day for 1,000 years. Like, it is so good. It's gentle, it's moisturizing, it lathers well, it rinses well. It doesn't feel like my face is tight when I'm done. And that's a big thing, especially for girls who are more prone to drier skin or dehydrated skin. If you're getting out of the shower and your face feels tight, you're not using the right products. So you're stripping your face of all of the nutrients and all of the things that it needs to be your skin. You have to get something that makes you feel clean but not tight. Now, when I'm washing my face in the shower, I always save my face wash for last. When I'm gonna wash my face in the shower, I always save that for last. Like, I do my whole body, I do whatever I'm gonna do to my body, and then I do my skincare. Now, when I wash my face in the shower, I do that last. I do my whole body first. Like, I wash my body, if I'm doing any kind of scrubs or anything, and then I do my face wash. And that is because I don't want to cross-contaminate my hands. And that's the thing, I use my hands to wash my face. Now, back in the day, I used to use Sephora's brush. They have like a $10 brush to wash your face, and I felt like it used to get in there. It used to get in them nooks and them crannies, but I felt like I was I was over washing my face, if that makes any sense. Like, I felt like I was stripping my skin after a while. I noticed that when I wash my face with my hands, that I don't feel like I'm stripping away my skin, so to speak. Sometimes when I am wearing a full face of makeup like I am right now, or like when I'm going out, there are silicone pads off of Amazon that are like, you can wash your face with. I absolutely like those as well. I also have an electric face washer. It's silicone and it vibrates. That is also good because it's so easy to clean and it doesn't harbor that bacteria, and it doesn't feel like I'm stripping my skin. I always try to make sure I'm using lukewarm water, and I always try to make sure I'm massaging the wash into my face for a full minute. Now, a full minute is kind of like, you be thinking a full minute is short time, but it's actually a long time. Like, a minute actually feels like a long time when you're in the shower and you got somewhere to be. But that's why, and that's another reason why I save my skincare for nighttime, because I have a little bit more time to just invest in myself. Especially if I know I'm gonna go all balls to the wall with my skincare, I make sure my kids is in the bed, because all that mommy while I'm trying to love on myself, please. So I try to do a full minute. I just sing the happy birthday song in my head 2.5 times or a couple times to make sure I'm really getting in there, and then I rinse off. Step 2, I exfoliate. I exfoliate maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I use a couple different products. It depends on how I feel, and it depends on what my skin is looking like. I have the type of skin that you can tell when there's product buildup and I'm not getting in there good, because the product buildup will look like texture, and the texture will be so noticeable and so thick. Like, I always noticed that, and I never knew how to get rid of it until I went and got a facial. I got a facial at I usually go to Hand and Stone. I got a facial at Hand and Stone, and when I was getting it, she was like, yeah, like, what are your skin goals? And I'm like, I hate the texture. And she was like, I understand. Like, when she was like really in there doing it, she was like, you know, a lot of this texture is from product buildup. Like, you're not washing your face good enough, and you're not exfoliating. Like, it's a lot of dead skin cells packed up that's giving you that texture look. And you can see that texture under your makeup, which was like when I really would notice it. When I was barefaced, I didn't notice it as much. But when it was time to lay that bead, I was like, oh, what the hell going on? I use a light exfoliant from Dermalogica. It says on the bottle daily, but it's not. I don't think that it's daily. I don't use it daily. I use it about 2 or 3 times a week. When I tell you, baby, that joint has my skin. When I tell you, my skin be fresh to death, laid down. Like, you can. It feels like a baby's bottom. Like, I'll wash my face, and then this one is a powder. So you put the powder in your hand and you mix the water around in it, and then you scrub, and you're supposed to scrub this in for like a minute as well. When I tell you, my skin feels like a baby's bottom when I'm done. Like, I don't know what the hell I was doing before then. And like, those apricot scrubs from like Target and stuff are no good because they're so abrasive and put micro tears in your skin. But this one is so fine that it does not do that. It literally changes the game for your skin. Like, if you feel like, damn, I'm dehydrated, like I'm looking crazy, I'm looking a little cakey, like I'm looking like patchy, I promise you, just after one use, you're going to notice the difference. After one use, you're going to be able to see it. Like, wow, what the hell I've been doing before this? So I'll use that, but sometimes if I really don't feel like getting into it, my toner is what I use. I use a glycolic acid toner as an exfoliant. And the one that I like the most is the Ordinary one. I'll use that all over my skin as I'm doing my skincare after I get out the shower. And I noticed that also, it does what it does. Like, and it's a little bit cheaper than the Dermalogica if you don't want to, it depends on how much you want to spend. But it also gives the same effect. Like, damn, my skin look good. Like, the next morning when you wake up, you're like, ooh. It doesn't give you that soft like effect that the actual scrubbing would do, but the visuals of your face, like the look of it, the next morning you'll be like, damn, like it's like you took off a whole layer of skin. I don't want to say it's a chemical peel, but like, to me it kind of gives that instant gratification of a chemical peel when you wake up in the morning. So think about implementing that. Now, if you have very sensitive skin, and I'm not an esthetician, so let's be clear, I'm not an esthetician, I'm talking about what works for me. These are all things that you should talk to your esthetician about. But if you have sensitive skin, I would maybe not do it, because I've heard people get burned from it. When I tell you my skin like Teflon, like Teflon's on, I don't have to worry about that. So consult a professional before you take any of my advice. But if your skin can withstand the elements, and you know your skin. And I also use retinols. So, okay, let's talk about retinols real quick. If I'm doing the Dermalogica or I'm doing the glycolic acid, I am not doing the retinols. I won't even do my retinol skincare, eye care, because I feel like it's a lot of harsh chemicals on the skin and a lot of tearing at the skin. Y'all might have to excuse my terminology, because I'm not an esthetician. Like I said, I just know how I feel, and I feel like sometimes I'm like, damn, my skin is kind of like tingling, like it's burning a little bit. So I alternate all 3 of those depending on how I feel. I do not wear retinol every day, because skincare is preventative, but I just don't feel like I need as much of it, especially looking at like how I know I'm gonna age. Like I have a clear indicator of how I'm gonna age because I look just like my grandma. I don't think that I need a lot of retinol. So like I use it, but it's not an everyday thing. It's like maybe every 3 days or every 4 days. Now step 3, I use a niacinamide. I use a niacinamide serum. I use the Ordinaries mostly. It is really good at brightening the skin. I don't feel like it does anything other than brighten the skin. I do feel like it kind of evens out my skin tone because I do have some discoloration, natural discoloration on my face that I would like to even out. Like the outside of my face is darker than the center of my face. I do feel like niacinamide at night helps that, and I also feel like sunscreen in the daytime helps that. You should be wearing sunscreen every day, even if you don't see the sun. Like if you have any darkness that you want to or are trying to fade, so that helps me a lot. I don't have a lot to say about niacinamide other than I like the Ordinaries brand and it brightens my skin. Like there's no, it doesn't make me feel like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make my skin feel so soft, and it works when it needs to work. It helps brighten. That's it. So I was using snail mucin for the longest time. I have no negative things to say about snail mucin. I like the way it makes my skin feel. I like the way it makes my skin look. It gives a like hydrated, juicy, like glass skin appearance. I'm obsessed. However, I most recently, maybe in the last 3 weeks, switched off of snail mucin because snail mucin is more geared toward people who have a lot of blemishes, are trying to heal their skin barrier. You know, they're more acne prone. I don't have, we talked about this, I don't have that acne situation for the most part. So I switched over to Anua's Rice 7 Ceramide. It feels and it looks just like snail mucin. It's sticky. It has that like real goopy texture. Baby. Baby. When I tell you hydrated, when I tell you shine to the guys when I go to bed, I don't know what the hell I was doing without this. And I found this on my beloved TikTok, RIP TikTok if they're gonna really take you. I found this on TikTok. When I tell you, I am obsessed. Like I need it. Like I need it. It's so hydrating. It's brightening. It smooths the appearance of the skin. It kind of makes your skin look like you have a filter on. So I'm wondering, maybe I might start using that with a primer under my makeup because it really does make your face look pro-filtered. Like I have no negative things to say about this. If you don't have this already, and I got this off of Amazon, I'm gonna link it below. If you don't have this already, you're seriously missing out. I suggest you run on over there and get you this. Oh, and not to mention, this helps with anti-aging. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a lady of a certain age. And I know I have good genetics when it comes to my skin, but I still don't want to age like milk. I still want to make sure, because the weather my face go through and the weather my grandmama face went through is different. So I have to make sure I am doing my anti-aging duties. Hyaluronic acid. You need if you are a dehydrated, dry girly, you need hyaluronic acid. And I can't stress that enough. When I put that into my regimen, it changed the game, especially because sometimes I fall off of consistency. I mentioned that before. I fall off of consistency. So the hyaluronic acid really bringing me back to life. Like, girl, where you been at? Let me hydrate you a little bit. Let me give you need some milk. Let me fill you out. So you have to have it. You have to get it. I started using the Ordinaries hyaluronic acid at first, and I really, really love it. I got introduced to Go Pure's hyaluronic acid, and it has hibiscus fruit in it. Baby, I got this as PR. This baby is $50, and I'm going to buy it when I run out. I'm going to buy it when I run out. This is the best hyaluronic acid I have ever tried, and I have tried a few. The Ordinary had me. This got me locked. I'm married to it. I suggest, it's $49 on Amazon. When I tell you it's worth every penny, when I say hydrated, when I say dewy, sometimes if I'm in a rush and the only thing I can do is wash my face and use one product, this is the product. This is the product. I wash my face, I get out the shower, I use a toner, not always glycolic acid. I use a toner every day. I never mentioned that. I use a toner every single time I do my skincare because it helps absorb all the other products absorb. And then I use the hyaluronic acid to lock in that moisture right after my shower. You can't beat it. You see how close I am, how serious I am about this product? Okay, I'm gonna link it for you. When I tell you, you wanna shine, you want that skin to skin. Lastly, I use a ceramide cream to lock all of that in. All of that juicy goodness we just put on our skin, you got to lock that in, baby. I know a lot of people that use Vaseline. I don't like Vaseline on my skin because I feel like every time I use Vaseline on my face that I get a pimple. Like, I feel like it's just a little bit too heavy. Now, I use Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisture. Okay, this is expensive. Baby, when I and I know I said this about every product I use, but I'm dead ass. Like, all these products are good. First of all, ceramides are natural lipids that are found in the outermost layer of your skin already. So you just add, and what your skin is already producing to lock in everything and to like protect and formulate the skin barrier. Like, it is so good. It is so, so good. It's heavy, but it doesn't do what Vaseline does to my face. Like, I don't break out from this. Now, I will say, I only use this in the wintertime. I will not use this in the summertime. In the summertime, it's too heavy for my skin. I don't know what the transition difference is when that happens, but like, thick creams like this, I can't use in the summertime because I will get a pimple regardless. Now, when I wear it at night in the winter, I don't have that issue. And I guess because the house is like so dry from the heat and like the wind is whipping like when I step outside, so I don't have that issue. But when in the summertime, I sweat in my sleep, the air conditioner is on, it's hot outside, it's just too thick for me in the summer. But in the wintertime, baby, I slather. When I go to bed, I look like a glazed chocolate donut that everybody should want to take a bite of. I don't know. That was like too far, too much. I suggest you get a ceramide cream. It doesn't have to be Pharmacy, but I love Pharmacy. I don't know if you can see in there, but like, just look how thick that is. Like, she's good, honey. She's good. And that is my skincare routine. This is what I use when either I'm being consistent or I've fallen off the wagon, because I feel like all of the products combined make my skin look like $1,000,000 no matter what I've been doing to it. I feel like it hydrates. I feel like it plumps. I feel like it's got that anti-aging effect. I feel like it really does make me walk around looking filtered in real life when I'm consistent. Let me know in the comments what creams are your favorites. What serums are you using in the wintertime? Like, what is your go-to in the winter? Because I'm always looking for new products. Let me know down in the comments, like, what is your go-to? Or you can tag me on Instagram in your stories or like your post, because I would love to see it, because I'm a skincare junkie. Like, run it up. I will spin the bag. You can find me on Instagram at @TheAsiaFrancis. Tag me, inbox me, hit me up, let me know, talk about it in the comments. Like, put your girl on. I'm always looking for something. I need to like start thinking about my summer routine. So, you know, drop the gems, don't be stingy. If you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up and like it. Share it with a girlfriend. Let me know in the comments what your takeaways were. And also subscribe so I can keep bringing you more skincare content, so I can keep bringing you more content in the future. I love talking to you, and I'll see you later, Whisper Sisters.